Grab your notebook now and let's check how we did with our November goals. It was high-key unhealthy. I was getting anxiety attacks, and I will create my December vision board, my monthly favorites. Currently raining, you might be able to hear it. I have all the Christmas lights on and the atmosphere is very cozy, and I also have a little blanket here so I'm nice and warm. Can you believe that it is December already? I mean, almost December at the time that I'm filming this video, but still, where did this year go? It was definitely an interesting year for me, a lot of changes, but I want you to tell me how your year was so far. I mean, it's almost over. Leave me a comment down below because I really want to know how your year was. Did anything change during 2022? Was it a good year for you? Bad year? Weird? How do you feel about it? Also, I'm pretty sure the lighting is going to change throughout the video because the sun is going in and out. You can hear the cars driving on the wet road, but we're just gonna roll with it. So I have my goals notebook here and I'm very excited to see how I did with my November goals. Grab your notebook now and let's check how we did with our November goals. So my first goal was to organize my closet for fall/winter, and I did that a few days ago, just a few days ago, so I almost didn't make this goal. Also, I don't want the blanket, I think it's too much. But yeah, I did organize my closet a few days ago. My second goal was to study German at least 3 times a week. I was doing so well with my German, but then I got sick one week and I was not studying, so I cannot say that I succeeded in this goal. The next goal was to be less on social media, and by social media I meant TikToks and YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, even though I don't really watch Reels, to be honest. Mostly Shorts and TikTok, even though it was not really on TikTok either. So I have to say that I did do that. I was less on social media, and that is very refreshing because spending time mindlessly scrolling, it just feels like I'm frying my brain. But I will be honest, there were some days that I was watching Shorts and a few TikToks, but I was not doing it that often. Next up, I wanted to spend one whole day with no social media, and I did do that, and I did that at the beginning of the month because I was afraid that I would maybe forget and I would end up not doing it. And you know what? It felt great. So this is your sign to take a social media detox. What I'm trying to say is that we need to be aware about how we spend our precious time, because our time is the most precious thing, as well as our health, of course. The next goal was to cook a new recipe. I did cook a new recipe. It was with a fish, and I made it twice. The first time we liked it, but the second time, I don't know if there was something wrong with the fish, but we didn't like it the second time, so I'm not making it again. But I did try to cook a new recipe, and my last goal was to reach 2,510 subscribers, and I think I just reached this goal. So let's go to YouTube Studio and see how many subscribers I currently have. So as you can tell, I just hit 2,510 subscribers. So thank you to all the new subscribers for joining our YouTube community, and shout out to the real ones, the OGs that have been subscribed for a while and have been watching my channel and my videos. I appreciate each and every one of you, even though I know most of the people who watch my videos don't really comment. So if you're one of these people who watch my videos but don't usually comment, please leave me a comment down below so I know that you are watching. So these were my November goals. I think I did pretty well. There were not that many. But now I think it's time to write down my new goals for December, for the month of December, a very cozy and festive month. So let's sit down, grab our pen and write down our December goals, and then we're going to go through them together.
You're up in the sky, I'll carry you home, home to the mountain. shelter near. And soon, my friend, you'll see them again. The ones you left behind. The ones you left behind. And I'll see.
Alright, my December goals are now ready. I normally brainstorm a couple of days before I film this type of video or one day before about my goals. I don't always come up with them the moment that I am filming, so today I had brainstormed. So I knew what my goals were going to be. And my first goal is to finish one book. During November, I didn't read any books and I want to start reading more. I have mentioned that before. I have read a few books. I also listen to some audiobooks. I mostly listen to self-help and self-development books, but I want to start reading more. And I want to finish during December this book. I went to my family's house and I picked it up. This was one of my favorite books as a child. It is called A Little Princess. Maybe some of you know it. It's a very popular book as well as a popular old movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I have read the book a lot of times, and when I was very young, my mom used to read this book to me and my sister, and I remember that I loved it. So I want to feel a little bit nostalgic and read this book again. But it's called A Little Princess. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. If you don't know it, I encourage you to find a copy and read it. It's a very beautiful book. And my next goal is to actually buy a new book. I'm not the type of person who usually buys books, but I want to start buying more because I feel like books are sort of an investment. You pay to buy them, but you get so much out of them. The next goal is to put money in my savings. Now, I wrote this down because, you know, during December we tend to get gifts for loved ones because of the holidays, and I know that for a lot of people that can be a little bit stressful because maybe you're not earning that much, maybe you're having some financial difficulties, and feeling like you have to buy also gifts for a lot of people can get very overwhelming and can make you feel stressed out, obviously. But I will buy a few gifts for December, but in any case I want to be able to buy the gifts that I want to buy, but also to be able to put some money in my savings. That's why I wrote this down. And I know that for December sometimes we romanticize the month, and I know Christmas is a beautiful holiday. I know that this holiday has been commercialized, is that even a word? But at the end of the day, we need to remember that this is a holiday that should be more focused in love and health and the actual real gifts of life, because stuff will always be stuff, you know, clothes, phones, and anything you can think of. And also I think that this time of the year can be very stressful for people who are working in specific jobs and in specific fields, and I will talk about that in a second. So my next goal is to actually enjoy the holidays. So now we'll talk about what I meant before about this period of the year being very stressful for a lot of employees. This is actually my first Christmas that I won't be an employee. I have quit my job and I am pursuing freelancing at the moment. I am focusing on being a freelance video editor, and I also want to grow my channel. I think that the past few years, each Christmas and the holidays period in general was very hard for me, and obviously it was not hard only for me, but I will talk about my personal experience as an employee. It would get so busy that it was high-key unhealthy for the employees. Things would get out of hand, and I don't know if it was due to lack of organization or something. I don't want to talk down about anyone, but I will talk about me. Maybe I was not very good at handling my stress, especially last year. I was also sick with, you know, the virus, and I was not able to take breaks at work. I was not able to eat. That happened almost every year, and I was getting anxiety attacks, and I just knew that I had to do something about my mental health and take a step back and think about what I am doing, because it would be just straight up unhealthy for me to continue to do something that doesn't fulfill me and also makes me so anxious and stressed out. So what I'm trying to say is that if you are an employee, I feel you. I know that this time of the year can be hectic, and I'm sending you all my love and my positive energy, because I know that not everyone can afford to just quit and say that, you know, this Christmas season I will enjoy myself and have a good time with my family and be relaxed. Not everyone can afford to do that. I know I am fortunate and blessed, but this also came with a lot of hard work from myself, because I was working hard and I was making sure that I was also saving money in order to be able to take a step like that. I know what it is to not be able to take breaks, to not be able to eat, to not be able to even have the energy to take a shower, clean up your house, just prepare it for the holidays. I know what it feels like. I don't want to be all sensitive and super dramatic, and I know that other people can have balance between personal life and work. For some employees, it is inevitable. There is no balance, I feel like. If you are working 12 hours, maybe longer, then you don't have the energy to do other things, to spend good quality time with your loved ones. So I know that this time of the year can be both beautiful, but also at the same time stressful for a lot of people. But I would like to know about your opinion on that and how you feel about the holiday season and about being an employee and feeling overworked, or about the holidays in general, because I know that the holidays can feel a little bit hard for a lot of people for multiple reasons, not only about work. But let me know your opinion down below, and that's the end of my rant. So my next goal is to bake something. I would love to bake something. I'm not usually a person who bakes, so I want to try something new and bake something for a change. And my last goal is to reach 2,530 subscribers. Hopefully during December our community here will grow even more. We will see, but these are my goals for December. I'm looking at the time on my screen and I have been talking for so long. I don't know, I think I will cut some things out because this video will last forever. Now it's time to grab my laptop, head to Pinterest, find beautiful festive pictures, and I will create my December vision board / mood board, and I will show you what I will end up creating. Let's go. My hair is so frizzy today because I washed it this morning. So let's have a look at my December vision board / mood board. I really love it. I think I say that each month, but I really do. I think it is very cozy, very festive. Look at all the snow and the lights. Green is one of my favorite colors, so I chose it as a base color. If you're new, you might be wondering why the left part is just green and I don't have pictures there. But since I am using my vision board as my laptop's wallpaper, I want this space to be empty for my icons, for the apps and everything, because otherwise I feel like it is too distracting for my eyes. Yeah, I am weird like that. So let's start with the pictures that I chose. The first picture I chose is obviously a Christmas tree with the Christmas lights, and I knew that I definitely wanted a Christmas tree in my vision board, or in this case multiple Christmas trees, because I have multiple, as you can tell. Below I chose this wallpaper, which is pink with mistletoe and the bows and the branches, and I also love pink and green. It's a beautiful combination. Then I chose a picture that says Merry Christmas. Below I chose a picture of a snowy street with all those lights. I really love lights all year round, but especially during Christmas they just hit different, obviously. Here in Greece it doesn't really snow in the area that I live, so I don't even know if it will snow this year. We will see. I don't think so, especially for Christmas. I don't think that it will snow, but I wanted to incorporate some snow in my board. Then I chose a painting which is like a Christmas snowy village with the people, and I really like paintings, so that's why I chose a couple of paintings as well. I also chose one more painting of this Christmas house, which is decorated and it's also snowy. The gifts are in the porch. I think that the whole atmosphere there is very cozy. Then I also chose a picture with 2 Starbucks drinks because I normally get coffee with my sister weekly, and it just, inspired me to find a cute decorated spot in the city where we can grab coffee together one day. Then I chose a picture that has a book, a candle, a coffee, and a laptop, which is playing Gilmore Girls. As you can tell, it shows Lorelai in the snow, and I have been loving Gilmore Girls. I actually finished the whole series and I will start to watch it again. Then I chose another wallpaper down below just to not have a blank space down there. It is green colored with presents and branches and mistletoe again. Then I chose a picture of a bookstore. I think this bookstore is in New York. I might be wrong. I want to start reading more and I want to buy a new book, so I thought that it was nice to put a picture of a bookstore there. And then the last picture is a picture of a cup of tea and some cookies and the Christmas tree in the background. And I think this picture is very cozy and beautiful, so I chose it as well. So we moved from the living room in here because it was too loud, but I think that it is still too loud because it has rained and the street is wet, and I live in such a busy street. Sometimes it gets very frustrating when I'm filming, but it's all good. It's not a serious problem. So now it's time to share my monthly favorites. So let's start. My first favorite is actually a makeup product. It is the NARS Creamy Concealer. I know this has been out for a while now, but I just bought it and I think that it looks beautiful. I'm not wearing it today, funny thing. I'm wearing my Dior one because it is almost done and I want it to be done so I can, start using this more often. And the next favorites that I have are all clothing pieces, and I will have the try-on clips so you can see what everything looks like. I actually showed everything in my previous video where I did a little Zara haul. 2 of the favorites are my 2 new shirts, the green one that I got and the black one that it is sheer, lacy. It's very beautiful. And the third clothing piece is the jeans that I got. I have been wearing them non-stop. They look so cute from day to night, and I can of course wear them with so many clothes and style them. Obviously they are just a basic pair of black wide leg jeans. They're nothing crazy, but I think that these 3 clothing pieces and the new concealer are everything that I will include in this month's favorites. I don't have any other new favorites to share. I think it's time to say our goodbyes. As always, let me know about one goal that you have for this month, for December. Leave a comment down below sharing one of your goals. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!